All right, Wolves hockey fans, welcome to another edition of Wolves Hockey Show, the number one rated hockey themed show on Lakes Region Public Access. Had a huge week this week, a lot of games, also kind of a different week where our EHL team did not play a game. And we got a great show planned for today. We have a very special guest. We have a new installment about hockey trivia. It's going to be a good show. Welcome back, Coach Luttrell. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me back. I think the people of Lakes Region have spoken and want to see me on another episode here.
Absolutely. Last week's episode featuring Coach Trimble was actually a negative rating.
Oh.
It was the first time we almost got second place. So I'm back. We need to bring in somebody else for the show, and welcome back.
Not a pretty face, but I got the spirit for it.
Well, Coach, tell me about the U15 team. They split last weekend. What are some things you've seen out of that U15 team?
I think they've got some great coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Great coaching there. A lot of work ethic. They're coming out practicing hard every time I see them, and it's translating in their play on the ice in the games.
Yeah, and actually, at the Granite State League level, they're playing up a level. They're playing at the U16 level, and they're right in the thick of things there. So it's really, I think, a great growth year for that team.
Absolutely.
Where they're getting peer-to-peer competition in the NEPHL. They're winning that league in first place, and then they're getting a chance to really push themselves in that second level with the Granite State Hockey League in the Tier 2 level. So it's exciting to see where they're going to be.
Absolutely.
We got a clip we're going to show you right now. So here's action from Sunday's 5-2 victory. The Wolves won a D-zone faceoff, got a puck to the net, battling here in the offensive zone. Doesn't get in the back of the net. Wolves have a good neutral zone forecheck, force a turnover. Nice keep here by Aiden McKenzie. He rips it, gets it to the net, and bingo, bango, back of the net. Here's a great 5-on-3 kill in that same contest. Showed a lot of grit and heart in this game, specifically goaltender Liam Cripps making his comeback from an injury. Played really well in this game and made some great saves on the 5-on-3 right here. Backdoor across, great save. Wolves clear the front, makes another diving save. Great job, Liam. Wolves win 5-2.
Now, Coach, the U16s had a busy weekend. How did they do?
Yep, we played on Friday night against the Seacoast Spartans, a very good program down in Exeter, New Hampshire. And then we played again on Saturday down in Hudson, New Hampshire versus the Northern Cyclones. We dropped both those contests. I think it was a weekend where we've had success for a while, maybe came out a little bit flat, kind of expecting to win. We're not going out and earning the victory. And although there were close games, we didn't get the W. We went 2 losses on the weekend, but with a big week ahead, we're going to have a great week of practice, get things going again, and take 3 next weekend.
Absolutely.
We got a couple clips we're going to show you right now. Standout for the Wolves 16s was goaltender Daniel Lopez Franco. Here he is in the Seacoast game, making a great stop on the doorstep. Seacoast, though, good skating team, skilled group. They create a turnover here in the neutral zone, go defense to offense quickly, and they're back up on the rush. But Daniel answers the call again. Daniel earned the jacket in both games this weekend as he stood on his head and made some great saves. Great job, Daniel.
Great job by the 16s there, Coach. The U18 split season team was in action as well this weekend. How did they do?
Yep, they had one game against Berlin. They lost that game. But as we've talked about earlier, they're in a unique situation where there's only 3 teams at their tier in the state of New Hampshire. So we've gotten some different games against some different opponents, and I think it's really kind of stretched their capability and really made them get better. The Berlin team is Berlin's high school team, and I know they have one kid we were looking at for the EHL team. So I think they might be in the wrong tier, personally. It's a good group up there. Congratulations, you're going to win a tier, a 3-team league. But maybe if you went to tier 2, who knows where they'd be at? It might be a different story. But we got a couple clips we're going to show you that team right now. So here's some action from the 18 splits. They did a great job on the forecheck and traded a lot of chances. They just didn't put one by the Berlin netminder. One of the guys who's really stood out are both the Emerson brothers and the Rogers brothers, all from Wolfboro. Those kids have showed a lot of heart throughout the season and made big improvements. Great job, 18 splits, and we're looking forward to continued success. So, Coach, tell me about the 18 full season. How'd they do?
Sure. We had 2 games this weekend, one Saturday, one Sunday. Saturday was a loss against a very good Concord U18 team. A lot of skill and hockey IQ on that team. Played hard. Our power play actually came alive after a very long drought on the season. Scored 2 power play goals in that game. So little steps there in that game. And Sunday we played one of the Avalanche teams in our tier 2, and had a 1-1 tie, but a very good game played. A little shorthanded on our end, but everybody worked hard from puck drop to buzzer at the end of the game.
One of the stars of that game was Gage Lamontagne. Tell me a little bit about him.
Sure. Gage stepped in on Sunday this weekend, and he stepped right into the role and played very well in that game. He controlled rebounds great. His rebound control in our game is probably the best we had all season.
Great. We got a couple images we're going to show you of the 18 full. Here's some images of the 18 full season team when we couldn't get some video from their game down at St. Anselm. There's Owen Guerin. There's Nick Therrod, who's played a number of games with the 18 full, Captain Ethan Bickford, and then Gage Lamontagne. Won the jacket this past weekend, was one of the stars of the game on Sunday. Great job, guys. So, Coach, EHLP may have had an early bid for Game of the Year this Sunday.
I think so.
Tell me a little bit about the storyline in the EHLP game.
Sure. EHLP played a very good Valley Junior Warriors team. Went down early in the game, ended up coming back, tying it, and taking a shootout win, a very long shootout.
You know what? The best part about those types of games is when you have guys step up who don't always step up, who aren't really counted on but make big contributions. We've been looking for a breakout game from Michael Rambusik. He had 2 goals in the game. 2004 birth year player RJ Sember was a player we've been looking on recently to have a great game, and he got the shootout winner. But then Colin Larson hasn't played a game in about a month. How did he do? Tell us about him.
He did terrific. He didn't let him go in the shootout. He practices breakaways and shootout scenarios a lot. You always see him out after practicing, and it paid off in the win. Absolutely.
And one of the things about that team too, it's like when you're right on the cusp of winning, you lose a 1-goal game here, a 2-goal game there, one that you want to have back because of penalties or things like that. And then you have a game like that where you're competing against the number 1 ranked team or number 2, wherever they are, and you fall down 3 goals. You can either make a choice. You give up in the game and it becomes a 6-0 game, or you scratch and claw and you get the game back to being competitive. They got 1 goal, they got 2 goals, they tied it up, like you said, with about less than a minute to go. Tell us about your experience on being on benches like that where you don't have any quit on the team.
Absolutely. I think the easy mindset to fall into is that negative mindset. We're down. We're not going to come back and win this. And the harder road is to take the high road, dig deep, come back and win. And either way is contagious. If you have that positive mindset, it feeds the bench, and everybody's excited on it. Everybody's feeding off of it.
Absolutely. We got 3 actually clips from that game we're going to show you right now. Wolves pull their goalie in the final minute. Jaden Yockey gets it over to Michael Rambusik. Rambusik and Cole Campbell earn the puck back. Yockey cross ice to Peyton Vachon, who hits Rambusik backdoor. Tie game. 3-3, headed to overtime. Now in the 6th round of the shootout, RJ Sember works his way in, makes a head fake, slides it 5-hole. Wolves get the goal. But Larson has to save the next one. And for the victory, Valley forward coming in, tries to go quick backhand and stopped by Larson. Great job, Colin. Great job, EHLP. You guys earned it. Now, great job by that P team. No question about it. EHL had a great opportunity as well. Most of the team was here in Laconia practicing, getting ready for their upcoming games. But 2 players were picked for the All-Star team. Coach, tell me a little bit about the EHL All-Stars when they played Curry and they played UMass Boston. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, it's a unique experience the EHL puts on for the All-Stars from our league to go out and play some D3 college hockey teams that are looking to recruit players from the EHL and going out. They played hard all weekend, both teams.
Yeah, both games were competitive, and traditionally, Curry College is a really strong program, and UMass Boston this year has 7 Division I transfers because of the eligibility at the Division III level. So it's kind of a unique team to be playing this year.
Absolutely.
And both Julius and Ricard played really well. Tell me now about Julius. We talked about Ricard the last episode, but Julius has had a nice year as captain of that EHL team. Tell me about him a little bit.
Sure. Julius, like you said, captain of the team. He's been a leader on and off the ice for the AHL squad. He's been, great quarterback in the power play up top for Coach Kuhns, and he's played well defensively in the defensive zone.
Yeah, and those two guys, they've gone on campus visits now. They're getting seen by a lot of college coaches, so I'm expecting them to make some decisions coming up here soon. So great job, guys, and great job, EHL All-Stars, playing those older opponents. So it was good stuff.
Absolutely.
Now we have a special interview coming up with one of the most infamous, most recognizable faces in the building.
Definitely recognizable.
You'll see shortly. Welcome to the Hockey Show, Wolfie. It's been a long road. For 3 years now, you've been trying to get you on the Wolves Hockey Show, but I have yet to get you on here. This is your first moment. Welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me.
You've been a recognizable face in this building with everything from Learn to Skate to getting the crowd amped up for JBT night. Tell me about where'd you grow up?
So I actually grew up here in Laconia. It's been pretty cold during the winters recently, but it's been good.
Yep. Now, what kind of family life did you have growing up?
So I had a big family.
A lot of puppies?
A lot of puppies, yes. Great parents, great Wolf parents. I loved them. That was my family life, really.
What are your favorite things to eat here in Laconia?
My favorite things are Soda Shop, Patrick's Pub, and probably 405.
Nice. What do you like to get at 405? What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Wings, barbecue wings.
Wow. Really? You got that white fur?
Yeah, it gets a little messy.
Now, tell me about every JBT night. You've been on the ice. You've been up in the stands. You get the crowds pumped. We've had a lot of people come on and say you can never give up on the Wolves on JBT night because we have a lot of comeback victories. Part of that is due to your performance in the stands and getting the crowd amped. What feeds you in those kind of moments to make your energy level increase and to get the crowd going? What do you do specifically?
Well, gotta get a quick lap going real quick.
Yep.
Get everyone supported, but all the fans there just make me more amped to be there. Like the support the city shows during those games and our comeback games. It's always a big night.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. We've come back against almost every team we played with. The Lumberjacks the first year, Connecticut Chiefs 2 years ago, come back against the Avalanche down by 3. That was pretty big. You actually, in that game, there was 2 Wolves. Tell me about that. Is there something like you have a brother or a sister? What's going on with that?
Yeah, once in a while, brother or sister will show up. Depends on the day.
Now, when you're out in public, out on the street, how do you get hounded for autographs?
Sometimes. But luckily, there's other Wolves out there, like my brother and sister, that take autographs too.
Yeah.
So I do get autographs once in a while. Yes.
Okay. And what are your future plans? Are you looking to settle down and have some puppies growing up here, or like?
Yeah, hopefully I can start my own family here. It's a great place to be.
Well, thanks for coming on, Wolfie. We really appreciate it. We'll be seeing you at a game pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. You heard it here, fans. See Wolfie at a game pretty soon. So, Coach, you've seen Wolfhead here in action, how he feeds off the crowd, gets the crowd going. What is your favorite Wolfhead moment?
I think my favorite Wolfhead moment is from one of his little brothers and sisters running around, and I almost lost his head there running through the curtain by the locker room. So
yes, the curtain is very dangerous for most Wolves. Yeah, you can really get knocked out pretty quick under that curtain. But I'm looking forward to a future game with Wolfhead coming out.
Absolutely, he feeds off the fans, and the fans feed off him.
No doubt about it. Now, Coach, a little segment this week: Wolves hockey trivia. I think we got one of the best staffs in New Hampshire. I think we got a lot of really qualified coaches, and a lot of parents don't always know the backstory on those coaches, don't always know the backstory on the Wolves. So I'm going to give you some questions, see if you can get them right. If you do, you You don't get anything, but you might you get it right. You get some brownie points. Okay, first question: which coach on the Wolves staff is an NCAA Division I college hockey champion?
Ooh, that's an easy one. That is our EHL head coach, Coach Kuhns,
Now, where did he go to school?
Boston College.
Boston College. Great squad they had. They said Coach Kuhns beat Notre Dame in the finals. He's one of the defensemen on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was the Wolves' first season in Laconia?
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get this one. I don't remember the year. I don't remember the year. I do know a goalie that I've worked with, Zach Scott, was on the roster.
That's very good. Yeah, it was 2014-15. Zach Scott was the starting goaltender on that team. That came out of the chute as an expansion franchise. Won 20 games, made the playoffs. Zach was an all-star caliber goalie that year. That's pretty close. It's good. Now, can you tell me the name of the previous junior hockey franchise that played in this building?
Absolutely, it's the Laconia Leafs, and I played against them in my junior hockey. So.
Okay. And they had a rocky road. They had some really good years, some really down years. We've had some stability here with the Wolves, and it's been a lot of fun, that's for sure. Okay. What year did Coach Bates coach his first year with the Wolves?
With the Wolves program?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. It was with the 18 splits? Or was it earlier than that?
Yeah, it's kind of like he started halfway through the year.
This might be a trick question.
It's kind of a trick question, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good. So he did coach 2017-18. Coach Bates retired from professional hockey. He was playing down in Fayetteville in the Southern Professional Hockey League. Came back to Laconia, where he's from, and he coached 2017-18. But starting around Christmas, and then you were right. The first full season he coached with our junior teams, and also coached a split season team, and they actually won the championship that year.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty good. Now, next question. Coach Potenza, one of the standout coaches in the state of New Hampshire. In addition to coaching with the Wolves, where does he coach high school hockey?
He coaches Kingswood High School.
You're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good.
I should know that one. I see him a few times a week in the office here.
Yeah, that might be a problem if you don't get that one. Next one, Coach Guerin.
Mm-hmm.
He's won a lot of games in this building, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Last year, what championship did his team win?
His team won the 14U New Hampshire State Championship.
That's right.
GSL League, so.
And there was some pushback on that team's crowning, but you play the games on the ice,
Absolutely.
and they won the game 2-1, without a doubt.
That is
You got to put the puck in the
true.
net to win the game.
That is also true. That's hockey.
That is hockey. Last question for you, Coach. Okay, we've been doing some Zoom calls. This isn't a coaching question, but we've been doing, as part of our kind of player development stuff with U16 and the EHLP and those teams, doing some Zoom calls.
Mhm.
And it's been really positive for the kids, and I think they get a lot out of it, having different speakers come on, relay their experiences, and kids ask questions and good feedback. This week we have Chris Matone. Chris Matone was on the 2017-18 Wolves EHL team. He's now going to be a graduating senior at Fitchburg State. What NHL team did he attend their development camp?
That would be the Florida Panthers.
Good job, Coach. Well, I think you're like 5'6", 5'7".
I think so.
That's
that
pretty
trick
good.
question kind of threw me off. But,
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty good. That's 80% better than 80%.
really good. Nice job, Coach Lou. You got some good karma coming in your future. You got a couple
hopefully.
wins this weekend for sure.
Definitely.
All right, now, Coach Lou, what do we got for upcoming games this weekend?
So we've got my U18s, full season team. We've got our last New Hampshire State GSL League game against Manchester U18 before our playoffs begin in early November. What about the U16s coming up this weekend?
So U16s, we still have another game to play against Cyclones Prep, but we just have some PHL games this weekend. But we're similar to you, where like everybody's kind of finishing up your Granite State Hockey League games, because we have our Granite State playoffs in, I think, 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
So the 18 splits are in the same ballpark. I think they have one game yet to play against the New Hampshire East, and the 15s have their games too. Now at the junior level, we have some midweek games. you tell me what the EHL and the EHLP is doing?
Yeah, they've got both have games pretty much from Wednesday on through the weekend, alternating days here. But some at home, some away as well.
Yeah.
So lots of action for the junior teams coming up this week.
Yeah, that's the one negative of a little break during the season, which they had this past weekend with the All-Star game, is now they're playing some midweek games to kind of catch up. But I love how they've been practicing. Coach Kuhns has had them, put them through a really grueling week, and I think that's exactly what they needed. So I'm excited to see where they're going to be once the puck drops on Wednesday down with the Avalanche. Have you seen anything this week in practice that kind of coaches kind of stuck out for you with the EHL guys?
Yeah, Coach Kuhns has been running pretty tough practices all week, and the guys have been pushing hard. There's been some small area game drills that have gotten some pretty good battles going on between teammates, some good competition between them. So definitely going to translate into game success here for them.
I think that's one of the biggest things, especially with that age group, because you're the big fish for so long, and then you get to college, and you got to compete every minute in college. So it's a great lesson to be learned right now that no job is safe. You have to earn your minutes. Games are not just going to be handed to you. You have to go out and win the games. And it's a zero-sum game.
Absolutely.
Either I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. And the same thing with them. There's no ties out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a good showing for them. Now, the P has a bunch of games too coming up in October. Right before Halloween, we reached kind of the end of our month. We had Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, in which we're doing a pledge drive and raising money for pancreatic cancer. So far in flat donations, we've raised $1,500, but the real bulk of the money will come in ongoing pledges, where people are pledging $5, $10, $15 for every win, for every goal, for every save, for every shutout. And last games alone raised over almost $400. So
that's awesome.
When you combine that over a 10-game spread and plus the flat donations, it's going to be fun to see that final total.
Definitely.
Now tell me about your experience with that a little bit. Sam Boucher is one of the members of the EHLP team. Tell me about your interactions with him.
Sam is a great kid. He's helped me out on the U18 bowl season a couple times this year as well. He's a great defenseman. He's improving every time he touches the ice, which is all you can ask for.
Absolutely.
Really play hard and improve every time you touch the ice. So.
Absolutely. We're looking for some great finishes and results for the month of October, and fans, make sure you come out for a game. Thanks for coming on, Coach Lou.
Thanks for having me, Coach.
For more information on Wolves hockey, check out our website, www.ne-wolveshockey.com.